I say dragons. Dragons. I say dragons. Dragons. Let's go. Alright, boys. This chapter was absolutely killer. Right off the bat, twin dragons are like twin dragons, I think was the title. And that's what a fucking chapter. I love fictional anime dragons. That's like, I don't know, dragons in general. I'm just a big fan of like fire breathing lizards with wings. I don't know why it is. maybe it's because I don't know, dragons to me is like, when I think of like a conqueror, you know the way like when you're thinking of a conqueror, I automatically just think of a dragon, you know what I mean? Like that's the first thing that pops into my head. So One Piece and conquerors just kind of go hand in hand with dragons for me. I don't know. So this chapter was really good, and I'm a big dragon guy. I just love dragons in my media, you know. So this might push One Piece up a bit more, but of course it can't push past Haikyuu, unfortunately. Nah, Haikyuu's still above it, sadly, and Silent Voice, but they're very personal stories to me, so that's why. Although One Piece is also a very personal story to me in many ways. It changed my perspective on death, but we'll talk about that at some other point. But yeah, chapter. Let's get into the fucking chapter, boys. It's been like 2 minutes. All right. Okay, so the chapter kind of starts off pretty cool. Like a pretty cool way to introduce Momo as a dragon to everyone in the group, right? It's like, basically, he's too afraid to fly, and when he tries to fly, he has to basically, you know, close his eyes, and so he kind of wrecks the castle, you know? But by doing that, every important character gets to see Big Dragon Momonosuke, which I hope plays into something in a little while. It might do. Maybe something negative. I don't know how it's going to play in. I hope it does play into the story later on, though. That would be very interesting to see. Yeah, we also get to see Big Mom's reaction, but she surprisingly doesn't, like, wonder, like, what the fuck is going on. She just goes, what's going on? But I thought we'd get a bit more clarity on it, to be honest. Although I will say, one thing. Law, I thought, would have seen it already. He acted very confused. And I would have thought he would have seen Momo in dragon form already, so he shouldn't have been so confused on what that was. You know, specifically Law. Maybe I'm wrong, but I was pretty sure he saw it already. But that's not the more important stuff this chapter. This chapter is very, very interesting. There's a few different things that we have to talk about. Obviously, the last 2 chapters have been very Yamato focused, which I'm always a happy man when that happens. But Oni is now officially confirmed as a race, right? Because it's not just a name she has as the Oni princess. Kaido has officially said you are an Oni and referred to humans in a separate way. So Oni is obviously a race. Otherwise, like, so we're gonna get more information on that. And I'm trying to wonder now, like, what aspects of Kaido are going to be because of his Oni form and because of his devil fruit, because that'd be very interesting to see, because we'd be getting an insight onto Yamato's abilities through that, you know what I mean? And it'd be quite interesting to see, I believe. I wonder though, because the scales are obviously from the fruit, yeah, but the horns not necessarily, because Yamato inherited the horns and the fangs and stuff like that, so there could be some interesting stuff. Now, I still believe it's like a sub-race of ancient giants. I still want to believe that to an extent. Like, I think Onis are like, they have the strength of an ancient giant, but aren't as big, maybe. I don't know. What would you consider, like, an ancient giant? It's a discussion to have about Kaido and what he is in the end of the day, right? It's a big discussion to have and talk about. But in this fight, we saw Yamato use like an ice clone technique to get an extra hit in on Kaido. And is that like an Oni thing, maybe? I don't know, but it's really cool. It's a really cool technique. And gives her a bit of versatility, right? Because we don't know if this one can talk, right? It only said a technique name. So we don't know if the clones can talk properly, right? It'd be very interesting if they can, because that will lead to very interesting situations in future when she does draw when she just draws the Straw Hats, when she joins the Straw Hats, right? Because if you think about it, right, if she's in a fight with someone, or she has to do like an espionage thing, it'd be best to send in the clone first to either gauge your opponent, or to like, so if you get caught, you can literally just melt. You know what I mean? And I think that would be a very interesting way to do it. And I think it'd be more interesting as well if her sight is linked to the ice clone, because that would also mean it'd be a path of pain type thing, which would be a really cool ability to have on Yamato as a character. Yeah, I'm very excited, honestly, to see what might happen with this ability. And we got a few more cool clashes with these characters before back up again. I think it's... See, I was very confused at first when I read this chapter, because I was like, okay, so we've seen that, not only Maru, I keep forgetting his name, fucking Yushimaru? I think it's Yushimaru, like Zoro's dad. I thought when we saw the flashback of someone getting crucified for feeding the princess that it was Zoro's dad, so I was like, okay, he's obviously dead now. But then someone pointed out to me that it was because it was someone in Kaido's army for feeding Yamato. So it's obviously a continuous thing where she's thrown in and not fed. So I'm wondering, like, how the fuck do you grow to 9 feet, bitch? 9 feet! There's no way someone who didn't eat barely anything could grow to 9 feet or 10 feet, whatever she is. Like, don't try to bullshit me here. Fuck off. Nah, joking. But we get to the best part of the chapter, right? When Momo and Luffy get to the roof, and we actually see something very, very interesting. Luffy quickly transforms into Snake Man and does an attack, and then quickly transforms out of Snake Man. That speed is something we haven't seen before when he's fighting like this. So this could be what I was talking about, but in a separate construct. Because I've always talked about Luffy forgetting about the gears and moving to a more stable combat form where he can incorporate them, but into his regular form. And this could be it, where it's like instantaneous transformations, kind of like what are they called? The the way in the manga, at the very least, Vegeta in the Dragon Ball Super manga, what he does is when he's attacking, he'll be in like when he's on the defensive or attacking, he'll be in red form, like the red god form. But the second he takes the second he hits, he transforms into blue to not only conserve energy, but also to increase his hit power without wasting that much stamina, because it wastes your stamina being in that form. And it's the same with Snake Man. So I'm thinking to myself right now, okay, that makes sense. So basically what Luffy's going to realize from fighting Kaido the first time is Snake Man is now a very big liability, or Gear 4, because I can't stay in it for long enough and it wastes all my hockey. So the best thing to do is find a way to only use it on the moment of impact and then switch back to normal immediately. And I think this is something he's going to try and master over the fight with Kaido, and then once he does, is when we'll see either a Tiger Man, or maybe we won't, and I'd be actually pretty happy if we don't, because then I'll consider that a confirmed theory. But I still think we need to get a tiger to fight against the dragon. But it could be a dragon on dragon, which I am looking forward to. Oh man, a dragon fight drawn by Oda. Oh, that would be fantastic. Oh, I really want that now. I really, really want that. And imagine when it's animated. Oh my god, I will just. Oh my god, I will have so many cups of tea just ready, and because I know I'll be so happy that I'll like drop my cups of tea like 5 times and I'll just be dead. Bro, I can't wait. Please, I want it. But we're getting 2-week break next week, which is well deserved. The next couple of weeks, which is well deserved by Oda, by the way. Like, it's been about 5 solid weeks with no break because of the cover pages, so well deserved 2-week break. So fair play, and ended off on a really good note. Really enjoyed this chapter. I know I've just kind of been screaming about Yamato and dragons and shit, but that's what every one of these things are. Also, I've been thinking, I don't really know what I should do about this, right? I was thinking about like Toei and stuff that's going on there with the copyright strikes, and just off topic here, I'll only be a minute. Should I stick to the gameplay, like the Pirate Warriors gameplay? Because I don't think they copyright gameplay. So if I stick to gameplay, like, because it's a mainly audio based channel, I mainly just have the images there for support. For, well, not support, but like to justify it being a YouTube video, because I can't really pay for a RSS feed hosting site. So would it be best just to move on to gameplay for that safety? I don't know. I haven't decided yet. If I had like an opinion on it, if someone could give me their opinion on it, it'd be great. Because I just want to know what would be the best way to go about it. Because someone of a slightly, like, of a bigger size than me, but of a very small subscriber count of like 1.7k, like in the large scale of YouTube, nearly got his channel taken down. Otherwise, He's a really good YouTuber. Nearly got his channel taken down due to using anime clips. Now, I don't use anime clips. I use screenshots of One Piece and put white borders over them and on the background of my profile picture. So maybe it's different. Maybe I alter the image enough. But I was just wondering. Maybe I have to wait until it happens to me. But I don't know. I haven't decided, to be honest, what I'm going to do. But we'll talk about that some other time. Back on topic though. Yeah, so that dragon on dragon fight would be really, really cool. But I do say, like, Luffy and Yamato versus Kaido will also be really cool. We're going to get a banger couple of weeks, right? Once this break is over, man. 3 chapters, 3 banger chapters, a break, 3 more banger chapters, and it's just going to be like that for the rest of the year. I'm telling you. This fight is going to be fantastic. I'm really looking forward to this. One Piece really makes my week, bro. Talking about One Piece like this and just being able to like get really hyped about something and get really enthusiastic is like something I love to do. And I'm really excited to see what happens, bro. There's so much good shit. I know there's a new race introduced and multiple new races in the last couple of chapters. Genarians and Onis. This is very interesting. And also, I think I'm hoping for another Ace flashback because we saw Ace in this chapter in the I Have Friends flashback. So, let's see if we get another Ace chapter. Right, so I had to stop the recording because my Audacity was freezing and I didn't actually lose all the audio, which is fantastic, so that's good. But anyway, as I was saying, like, this chapter is very, very exciting. There's so much to it. So much to it, setting up for really awesome fights. And as I said, the Luffy gear thing is the most exciting thing for me besides the dragon versus dragon fight. Now, I'm worried we don't get it. Because, Momo's not that strong. But that would disappoint me immensely, man. Honestly, I'd understand it. And I'd get it. But, man, if you're going to have 2 dragons on screen, why not have them fight? Even scuffle a tiny bit. Please, Oda, I beg you. Because, as everyone says, dragons, oh. I say, dragons, oh. Dragons, oh.